You know, we talk a lot about dangerous habits, things like junk food, not getting enough sleep, or spending too much time scrolling. But what if I told you the most dangerous habit of all is one that is completely invisible? It's something millions of us do every single day, without even realizing the damage it's causing. It's the habit of always pretending you're okay. Think about it. How many times this week have you said, "I'm fine," when you weren't? How many times have you put on a smile for your colleagues, your family, or even your friends, while inside, you felt like you were crumbling? It's almost a reflex, isn't it? How are you? Good. You. We do it automatically. We've been conditioned to believe that showing any sign of struggle is a sign of weakness, that being vulnerable is a burden to others, so we hide Italiana. We push it down, deep inside, and lock it away. We tell ourselves we're being strong, that we're handling it. But here's the truth. Every time you hide your pain, you're not making it go away. You're just giving it a place to grow stronger in the silence. Imagine your feelings are like a small crack in a dam. If you address it right away, you can patch it up. It's a manageable problem, but if you ignore it, if you pretend that crack isn't there, the pressure builds. Water starts seeping through, slowly at first, then more forcefully. Over time, that tiny, ignored crack can weaken the entire structure until the whole thing bursts. That's exactly what happens with our emotions. That little bit of sadness you ignored, that flicker of anxiety you brushed off, that lingering disappointment you told yourself didn't matter, it all accumulates. It builds pressure inside you, in the dark, where no one can see it. And what you don't face, eventually, controls you. This hidden pain starts to seep into every area of your life. It affects your relationships. You might become distant or irritable, and your loved ones won't understand why, because you've never told them what's wrong. They see the effect, but not the cause. It impacts your work. You lose focus, your motivation drops, and tasks that were once easy feel monumental. Your creativity dries up. It even affects your physical health. Chronic stress from suppressed emotions can lead to headaches, stomach issues, fatigue, and a weakened immune system. You're essentially carrying a massive, invisible weight on your shoulders every single day, and it is exhausting. Why do we do this to ourselves? A lot of it comes from fear. Fear of judgment. We worry that if people saw our struggles, they'd think less of us. They'd see us as incompetent, unstable, or just too much to handle. We fear being a burden. We think everyone has their own problems. Why should I add mine to their plate? So we stay quiet, not wanting to inconvenience anyone. And sometimes, we fear the pain itself. We believe that if we actually acknowledge how much we're hurting, the feeling will completely overwhelm us. It feels safer to just keep the lid on it and hope it goes away on its own. But it never does. The feelings you don't allow yourself to feel don't just disappear. They mutate. Sadness can curdle into a deep, persistent bitterness. Anxiety can spiral into full-blown panic. Frustration can fester into a simmering rage that explodes at the smallest trigger. You end up living a life that isn't truly yours. You're controlled by these unacknowledged emotions. They dictate your reactions, your decisions, and your outlook on the world. You're not free. You're a prisoner of the very feelings you've tried so hard to deny. So, what's the alternative? It's simple, but it's not easy. It's being honest. Brutally, beautifully, bravely honest. First and foremost, with yourself. This is where real strength begins. It's not about being unbreakable. It's not about never feeling pain. Real strength is looking at your pain directly in the eye and saying, "I see you. I feel you, and I'm not going to pretend you don't exist anymore." This process starts with a simple check-in. Instead of automatically saying, "I'm fine," pause for a moment. Ask yourself, how am I asterisk? Really asterisk? Feeling right now? And then, listen to the answer without judgment. Maybe you're feeling disappointed about a project at work. Maybe you're feeling lonely. Maybe you're just feeling tired and overwhelmed. Name the feeling. Give it a label. Just doing that can be incredibly powerful. It It takes the big, scary, undefined monster in the dark and turns it into something tangible. Something you can actually look at and understand. When you start being honest with yourself, you take back control. You're no longer running from your feelings. You're effacing them. You're telling yourself that your emotions are valid, that they matter. This is the ultimate act of self-respect and self-compassion. You're saying, I am worthy of my own attention. My inner world deserves to be acknowledged. This honesty is not a one-time event. It's a practice. It's a new habit to replace the old, dangerous one of pretending. It's about creating space in your day to feel. Maybe that means journaling for a few minutes, writing down whatever comes to mind without censoring yourself. Maybe it means going for a walk and just letting your thoughts and feelings flow. Maybe it is listening to a piece of music that matches your mood and just allowing yourself to be fully present in that emotion. It's about letting the dam release pressure in a controlled, healthy way, instead of waiting for it to burst. And once you get comfortable being honest with yourself, you can start practicing honesty with others. This doesn't mean you have to pour your heart out to every person you meet. It means choosing one or two trusted people, a close friend, a family member, a partner, and letting them in. Start small. The next time they ask how you are, try an honest but manageable answer. Instead of I'm fine, maybe it's, I've had a really tough day, or I'm feeling a little stressed out. Actually, you might be surprised by the reaction. More often than not, people don't run away. They lean in. Your vulnerability gives them permission to be vulnerable too. It deepens your connection in a way that pretending never could. It transforms your relationships from superficial to substantial. You'll find that sharing your burden doesn't push people away. It draws the right people closer. They want to support you, but they can't if they don't know you need it. Let's be clear. Being honest with your feelings isn't about wallowing in them. It's not about letting them consume you. It's about processing them. It's the difference between being stuck in a swamp and building a bridge over it. You acknowledge the swamp is there. You understand its nature, and you find a way to move through it. Denying the swamp exists just leaves you wandering in circles, getting more and more lost. Facing your truth is the definition of courage. It takes guts to admit you're not okay in a world that constantly tells you that you should be. But this courage is the key to unlocking a more authentic, peaceful, and connected life. When you stop wasting all that energy, pretending you free it up for things that actually matter. For healing, for growing, for connecting, for creating, for simply living. Think of it as an inner deep. All the unexpressed emotions are like junk piled up in the rooms of your mind. You can't move freely. You can't think clearly. You can't rest. Being honest is like opening the windows and starting to sort through the clutter, piece by piece. It's a process, and some days will be harder than others. But with each piece of emotional clutter you face and process, you create more space, more light, more air. So I want to challenge you today, the next time you catch yourself about to say, I'm fine, on autopilot, take a breath, pause, and ask yourself, what is really true? Start the practice of being honest, even if it's just with yourself at first. That is real strength. That is how you stop being controlled by your pain and start taking back your life. If these ideas resonate with you, if you're tired of pretending and ready to embrace your real strength, then you're in the right place. We explore these kinds of mind truths all the time here. Subscribe to Our Unbreakable Spirit for more content that helps you understand yourself better and live a more authentic life. Thank you for watching.